Hey everybody, it's Andrew here from the Dirt Chimps, and we are at the Vernon Flying Club today, just paying homage to a fallen soldier. The original Dirtest Chimpest, Chris, has left us, and we're gonna head out today, do a little memorial ride for him and see what shakes out.
Watch, they're gonna make a snow angel.
Yeah. Woo! Now we're dogging.
If anybody wants to follow our tracks, they'll be available on that moto app. Oh God. Want to know how my breakfast tastes? Well, I don't think anyone's ever said, "Please, Mommy, more kale and croutons, please."
Woo! Come on, Cosmo. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I had the suspension from Cosmo shipped down to RMR Suspension in Abbotsford, just outside of Vancouver. They did a bang up job, Rod and gang, thank you. Scotty just got back his, oh, look at this mess. I'm all wet. Wipe. That was awesome. Scott just got a 790 pack. And he too is very pleased. I'm sure he'll fill you in on that later today when he grabs the camera. Oh no, it's nice to have suspension dialed to your liking.
Welcome aboard this Rapmobile. Come on, KTM 790 Adventure R Rally Edition. If you've been watching our videos, you know that I've been rocking the GS 1250 Adventure for the last month. 7,000 kilometers. I hopped on this thing last night to check out the suspension. My first observations coming from a GS. This thing is awful on the street by comparison. The seat is not comfortable. It's too tall. It's too twitchy. It doesn't have much in the way of torque. It's fussy about what gear you're in. It doesn't adjust electronically to the load that I have on the bike. So, bottom line, what do I think of the KTM 790 Adventure R Rally Edition? It's freaking crazy, come on! What do you think I was gonna say? This thing is nuts. I was just going slow there for fun. You can approach a trail in a completely different way on a bike like this than you can on the GS. The GS is big and plush and awesome, like truly awesome. If I had my adventure biking gear on, I mean like my tent, kitchen, food, all that stuff, I'd rather be on the GS, and I want to just take off for 3, 4, 5 days. But when I want to get out and smash some double track, this isn't even hard at all here, and I want to go for a half day or maybe a day, this is a weapon. Come on. And I just had the suspension done by RMR. I got really different results than what I've had in the past. This thing is just amazing. Before, my eyeballs were shaking out on all the little stuff, and then I was blowing through my suspension. I just needed a real good tune, revalving, and I got my rear shock completely redone because, well, it had been 24,000 kilometers. It just needed it. So happy, come on! We're gonna do a little switcheroo. Andrew's gonna, Stinky is gonna get on the 790, give it a go now. Andrew's had his suspension redone on his 890. So hey, might be a whole new game. I get to try the big boy bike. Okay, see you around. He has his bike set up quite differently than I do, geometry wise. And something's rattling in his front end. Can you guys hear that? My bike, being the Rally Edition, has really high-end suspension on it and more travel. And honestly, the geometry of this bike just feels different. I feel like the whole front end is just lower despite his risers. Just don't have those huge monstrous forks up front. But what do I know? Not much. On the bumps, I just had a little cross stitch there. It was totally fine. pretty smooth here. Oh yeah, it's buttery. Well done. Well done, Rod Matichuk. Thank you. This bike has a little more torque than mine, but mine has a few other angry bits in it that up its horsepower too. What a fun trail. Hope you guys get to come out to the Adventure Bike Gathering, and if you're into a full day one, this is based off of a little something we put together, and then also the KTM R1, so that'd be the tougher routes from when they were in Vernon a number of years back. Hey, we're starting to get all spicier now, eh? Now I could ride the Beamer up all this stuff. It would just be a bit more of a pick and choose, and I wouldn't smash into things with such enthusiasm as I am now. It's pretty easy to find the bottom of that suspension, and it's got a smaller front tire too, which means it doesn't roll over stuff as nicely. I'm correcting that. I have a 21-inch wheel from Woody's, and I'm probably going to be upgrading my suspension too, which is ridiculous because it's scary when you look up how much those bikes cost, and then you go and dump, I don't know, with everything, like another 10 grand into it. That's a car. My daughter's brand new car costs less than that, and it's a good car. Cool, man. 890 is a nice bike. Here he comes, folks.
Shabadoo.
You like that one too?
I totally forgot that you have a steering stabilizer, and I've never owned one. And at first I'm like, this thing feels weird, but it's really nice how it just kind of tames down the little jitter. Yeah.
I really enjoyed your bike. It's got great suspension.
Yeah.
The geometry of the bike feels different. Does that? Well, look at it here. We're not parked anywhere flat, but does my bike feel a little bit more raked out?
I think I noticed the biggest difference in the handlebars because I put a higher rise on my bars to.
Yeah. Take it out your bike back.
Yeah.
I like it though. I'm not saying I don't.
I cannot believe that we're coming up on year 6 of the Adventure Bike Gathering. How did that happen? So much fun. So September 14th to the 16th in Vernon, British Columbia. If you can swing it, it's a free event that Scott and I host every year. Just got to pay for your room and board. You got to show up with a motorcycle with dirt-friendly tires, a license plate, and a zest for adventure, baby. And that's it. So we hope to see you there soon. So the guys have figured it out, and we're now able to share all of these routes for the Adventure Bike Gathering in Sidecar by TMA. So if you're an iPhone user and you're coming to the gathering, make sure you've got Sidecar, then the tracks will be there for you. For our Android lovers, we're sorry guys, we had hoped to have it ready, but sometimes things don't go as planned, but we've got a plan for you too. We'll get you dialed in. Well, we just picked up Lori from Outback Motor Tech and his buddy Benz. Lori's rocking an 890, Benz is on a T7. And we're gonna head off into what was one of the advanced routes for the KTM Rally a few years ago. So if you get to this point in the day and you think that this morning filled your cup, you can take the highway back to Vernon for a snack. If you get to this point of the day and you're saying, thank you sir, may I have another? Then you can follow this route for a proper thrashing, baby. Let's get at it. A little bit of out of the frying pan and into the fire. That's okay. I think Vince only started riding last year, maybe, or the year before, so hats off to you, dude. What a bang up job. So yes, if you haven't tried any gear from Outback Motor Trek in the past, I'd recommend it, guys. It's pretty bomber stuff. We've had it on bikes lots over the years, and I don't know what Lori makes his crash bars out of, but I can't break them, and Lord knows I've tried. Skid plates, crash bars, tail plates, light mount, All kinds of good stuff. Check them out. It was single drag like this that got it all started for us years ago on those 1090s. Just wondering, can we do it? And oh yes, we can. Not with a whole lot of style and grace some days, but it sure is a fun way to test your skill and might often humble yourself a little bit too. Yes. So we are not in the land of the twos anymore, boys and girls. If you're rolling in here, you better have had your Wheaties and you better have your mojo on, because this thing will spank you all day long. Good times. A little creek, that's nice. Oh, so pretty. Look at this, guys. This is really nice in here. You definitely have to have your game face on coming into this. Taking a... Uh-oh. That is not mud, folks. This is a T7 having a nap. Whew.
Okay.
We'll be fine. Famous last words. Pretty nice so far. We get a little breeze going here. Hi. A little bit of a surprise. Yes. Woo. Where is the 790? Uh-oh, we're on a foot peg, folks. That was fun. Gotta remember to be up on the pegs, ladies and germs. Beauty. Woo! This is lovely. A little bit of wind blowing off the sweat. Thank you very much. Don't mind if we do. Look at this Sasquatch rolling around the bushes. Oh no! Gotta hate it when the Outback motor truck guy jams you up on the trail. Looking pretty nice in here, guys. I think my throttle's got a bunch of dirt in it or something. It's sticking in an on-off position, which is less than ideal, but we shall persevere. Yeah. Downhill mountain biking for you. That could have been ugly. Beautiful in here, guys. Look at this. This is awesome. Haha. Oh, so nice. All right. Gonna blow out some of the sweat. Cool down a little bit. That thing's got a little spicy in there. Woo! But there are roads like this, guys, so if you get in over your head, it's pretty easy to turn around and meander your way out. Yeah, baby! Beautiful, badass British Columbia. We love you so. That's where we're playing today, folks. What a backyard. Come on down to the gathering, we'll take you for a tour. We're gonna call that a wrap on tonight, boys and girls. More exciting routes for the adventure bike gathering Want to give a shout out to Bent on that T7 for coming out tonight. 2 years in the saddle. He took a bit of a thrashing, but he did it with a smile on. And a big thanks to Lori from Outback Water Truck for coming and hanging with us. We'll catch you boys soon. For now, ladies and germs, we'll catch you in the flip of the fly.